All right, folks. This is the second part of our coming into the truth.
Deuce.
Um, last one we talked about how the Christian church pushed us away, and we ended up in Texas. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna rewind a little bit and talk about how we first start when y'all first lifted the veil for us to start knowing the truth. All right, and it was around the first time Barack Obama was going to be president. All right, and we voted for him and everything. But the thing about this is that
Just the first time.
Yeah, the very first time. And I was allowed to vote. I was allowed to vote again. But anyway, we had already voted for him, and then what, like
the day.
The day.
The 4th was the day he was in, right? The very next day, his father gives us information about Obama and like what he was into, like the stem cell research, where he
and
aborts a baby at 16 weeks with scrambled their head, and
he showed us the picture where they aborted the baby and showed how the baby was trying to get away from the little needle
thing,
and it sucks all the juices out, and then they start ripping the baby apart. Him. And then what they do is scramble after they get out of the little, they scramble the brain around all that and yank all that stuff out, and that's what we voted for. But and we're like, why you just ain't tell us? And he was like, well, I didn't think you was gonna listen. Nobody was listening. Well, that's how much you know your son. if you knew your son, you knew he had an open mind that he listened to stuff. But anyway, that's another thing anyway.
Yes, but situation at hand, and it was so many papers that his father knew that we was on the hunt for truth, and so he gave us all of this information about just anything and everything, and we started reading it, we started researching it, and we started going through. But then
we tore all our Obama stickers.
We tore all of our Obama stickers. First we was showing we had Obama. We was like, Obama.
Yeah.
And then the very next day we found
out
that
Obama
phone. Get your Obama phone. So we tore all the stickers off and everything, and even washed where the sticker was so nobody could think we were supporting him. And
but in all actuality, y'all puppets, every president, so
everyone
it really don't matter.
They're elected.
Yeah.
Not by
selected.
us. Yes, selected, not elected. But I could just say a week later, his sister,
my baby sister,
gives us information about music. About like rap music and stuff, because we were still listening. We were still in the world listening to music.
Deep in it.
And
knee deep.
Knee deep.
No. Forehead deep.
Forehead deep. and so what happened? So she gave us this CD or DVD.
Craig T. Lewis or something. My mama can't stand him.
Yeah, but he was talking about this song with Jay-Z and Kanye West. And I don't want to sing it because that tune gets stuck in your head.
Yeah.
But you'll know the song what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh. So we heard that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what made us start looking, and we saw like, how they would implement the things in the music and how they would cast spells on us in the music and da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah,
so we threw away all this, the backmasking. You can hear them talking about I love you, Satan, and all this stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And so we threw away all of our CDs and all of that. And plus we listened to John Todd.
John, that's before we got down there.
That was while we was in Texas.
When we moved down there, these two about the Obama and the Satanism and hip hop. That was why we were still in North Carolina and everything. Mm-hmm. And that started us off
on our journey.
Y'all had to open our eyes to the stuff that we was most affected by, and that was the Christian church, and that was the I guess the hip hop and music, the media, you know what I'm saying, TV, entertainment, you know what I'm saying. So he had to break that from us. So we moved down to Texas and stuff, and then we ended up stopped going to that church. But then we found out that Christmas wasn't right But we didn't find out Christmas wasn't right reading it. We found out Christmas was not right watching a documentary on the History Channel about Christmas. And even the people on there said they don't understand why people that believe in the Bible celebrate this holiday. And that's how we found out. We found out on TV. You know what I'm saying? And the amazing thing about it, they do put truthful stuff out on the media, in media. They just put it on channels that people don't watch.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
But we do.
But we watch them. I always watch History and Discovery and Animal all the time. You know what I'm saying? But
tell them about how we stopped how we stopped watching TV and music. Tell her what.
But so we figured that out. Then. All right, so we start watching TBN and just listening to nothing else and stuff. And then, my goodness, we found out that TBN ain't right. All right, so
emblem.
Yeah, then we start studying the TBN and all that stuff. Then we found out Christianity ain't right. We found out about the Illuminati and all that. And it really rocked our world. I mean, like bad.
Devastation.
Like, you don't understand, like so bad.
To the 50th power.
To the 50th power, man. And and it was long. We were looking at, watching stuff on, the tongue doctrine and being drunk in the spirit and all this crazy stuff that people do. We ended up watching this dude named Marjo. He was a child minister, and he was
a filthy cigarette.
Yeah. We need more Christian mothers. But anyway, he was just breaking down everything, like how they say certain cues for ties, how they do things to hit people's emotions. He can just say something, da 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 da, and then everybody else speaking la di da di da di. It's all emotion. He said it's all emotional, psychosomatic stuff in these Christian churches when they get these people thinking they speak in tongues. You know what I'm saying? Because believe me, I did, and my wife spoke in tongues ourselves under the Christian umbrella, I guess what you say.
It was in our own house during our fasting. Because they want to try to have us tarrying for the Most High.
Yeah, but so we found out Christmas was wrong. We stopped celebrating Christmas. We had like little decorations up. You know what I'm saying?
Like a train. We didn't have a tree. We had a train set up, right, in cards.
Yeah.
We weren't quite sure.
Yeah, so we just went through the process, and then found out Christianity wasn't right. Found out the music industry and entertainment, TV, all the lies, the news, and then y'all bust us in the face.
Hi.
Then we found out that we were the true Hebrews. I didn't believe it at first. It took me a while to accept it. And
I always thought we were special.
Well, as black folk, a lot of our parents tell us that we are the chosen ones, but I don't even think they realize that the chosen ones is being the Israelites. But anyway, we realized that. And study that. Then we start finding out about the holy days and
the
Shabbats and and honestly, we didn't even know anything about the Hebrew Israelite brothers. We had no idea who they was. Even when we found out that we were the true Hebrews, we didn't even know who they was. I didn't know who GOCC or IUIC, whoever these people are, names are. We didn't even know who they are.
They're cops anyway.
And so from us finding out all this truth and everything, we decided to do a website. The Weebly website. It's called The Hidden Truth and everything, and that took about 9 months to do. And then at the end of that, we just decided to do YouTube videos. And it went from there. It was just supposed to be a website. YouTube wasn't anything that we were thinking about doing, but we're glad we're doing it, and we're glad we did it because y'all allowed us an outlet to allow us to release a lot of stuff we in. Because when our family finally realized that what we was in, they had a problem, and it was issues, arguing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the truth is the truth. I mean, you cannot deny the truth. Even as a child, the Sunday Shabbat didn't make sense to me. If it was, y'all
Well, the calendar spoke for itself.
Yeah, set apart the 7th day. And I always looked at the calendar and said, well, it's Saturday the 7th day and Sunday the 1st day. But you just, you're supposed to listen to the man of the Most High because they say they're the man of the Most High. Mm-hmm. It was hard, when you got somebody people that's like so deep into the world, into like, I guess the hip hop street life, trying to be hard, trying to, keeping it real, I guess. It's a hard change. You have to change your attitude. You have to control your temper. You have to watch what you say.
You have to pick up the fruits of the spirit.
Some things you have to let slide by.
Temperance.
Yeah. But this has been a great experience. The truth will make you free, and we're so glad, and we thank Yah that He had chosen us to be in the truth. There's nothing like it. You get lonely sometimes. People don't understand it, even though they read the same Bible that you do.
But people have different levels of understanding, and we understand that. We are mainly doing this, unselfish reasons, but so your blood won't be on our hands. Yeah. And we're sharing this information with you, and you can take it or leave it.
Yeah, so, we're still learning. We don't know everything. We just know you need to believe in the Messiah. You need to obey the Most High, and obedience is following the law.
Obedience is better than sacrifice.
The Torah.
And we're growing now. We're in the middle of a transition now. With a different level of understanding. Of different things that He's bringing to us.
Yeah, and what really need to be brought out, as far as fringes and whether a dude got his hair cut or not, or whether a woman wear pants or not, it doesn't. And that's the issues that the Pharisees had, you know what I'm saying, just trying to show off their outer when it's the inner that need to be fixed and everything.
All that stuff it's necessary, but it's unnecessary for the true salvation and the walk with the Most High and the relationship that you're supposed to have.
But just think about it, if you wearing your fringes to remember the law, and it didn't work, so that's why He sent His Son, so the Spirit can be in us, so the law can be written on our hearts and in us.
And call to remembrance whenever we
need it. So a lot of these things that the Pharisees used to rave about back in the day, it's important, but it's not important as salvation.
It's just a distraction.
All right, it's not as important as spreading the truth and bringing people into the flock of the Mashiach. We just, we try to run through it. It was a whole lot of stuff that we could have spoke about. It's so many. From us. We went from a church that a dude was a pedophile, rapist type dude, a liar. We went to another church where a dude was just a constant whoremongering type guy. You know what I'm saying? And we just had enough. We had enough of this Christian church. We had enough of the lies. We had enough of the
deceit.
You didn't feel like you was growing from nothing. You didn't feel like you was building anything. You know what I'm saying? Because most of the time when you're in these churches, you're just there doing work at that church, but you're never going out in the community. You know what I'm saying? That they do go out in the community, they just try to bring people in so they can get more money. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Is souls really important to y'all in Christianity, or is it the money? Yeah. To me, it's people's lives, it's their souls. You know what I'm saying? He wants as many as he can to come on the other side. I know that some people might listen to this that went to those churches, and y'all might be upset because we said it, but so what?
Be upset.
We have to tell the truth. All these Christian churches out here was wrong. The way they teach tithes, the way they do the Shabbat, the way how they promote all these pagan holidays and everything, that's not right. They teach you you can do whatever you want to, just ask for forgiveness. But when Yahushua told the lady that was accused for adultery to sin no more, go and sin no more. But I don't know. You got anything else to add?
I know. It just when the Most High is trying to work on your spirit and your heart and change the battlefield, which is your mind, you want to have your ears open and your eyes open to see, so that you can gain that understanding and come out of her, my people.
Yeah. And it's a true saying that wisdom is better than riches. It is. You know, I can walk around here and see all these rich people, the nice cars and everything. But I can be at peace knowing that I know things that they don't, that I know what's really going on. When I step outside into this wicked world, I know that I'm stepping outside into this Babylonian system. I know that when I turn this TV on, Babylonian system is coming out of. I know when you turn the radio on, it's Babylonian stuff out there. You have to learn how to decipher between the lies. You got to learn to decipher the truth. All right, you got to work on your critical thinking skills, and you got to just make the right decision. Don't believe everything you hear in these churches. Don't believe everything you hear on TV, on the radio. Don't even believe everything you hear from us. Just check it out yourself.
Research.
All right, we about to go. Our cell phone been, somebody been texting us like crazy. Oh, okay. But we about to end this up. Hope y'all enjoy our little story. If we had a little bit more detailed little stories we can tell, we'll come back and tell you. But this is basically our trek to the truth.
In a nutshell.
In a nutshell, Most High opened our eyes to the things that first affected us, and then He gradually took us along, and He's still taking us along to learn more things. All right, we thank you for all your support. This is our story finally after 2-3 years of YouTube videos. We love you all. This is BG.
And K Bella.
For Koof.
Shalom. That's